Stephen Carter here, your host for EFT Tapping Junction. I am sharing a special episode because I was alerted today about a free ebook that is relevant for EFT practitioners, whether you're seeing clients or you use EFT for self-care. And the title of that ebook is Frozen Shoulder: Healing Diagnostic Methods and Treatment Options. Dr. Larry Burke, M.D., wrote this very informative and comprehensive book, and what's relevant for us is the very first treatment Dr. Burke recommends is EFT. The Kindle version of Frozen Shoulder Healing is free through Thursday, March 20th. Thursday, March 20th. If you are using EFT to help clients with physical issues, the likelihood is very strong that some number of clients will present with frozen shoulders. Dr. Burke's very first recommendation is EFT. This recommendation shows that EFT can be a very powerful way to help those who present with frozen shoulders. In my own practice over the years, I have helped many people with frozen shoulders with the help of emotional freedom techniques. If you live outside of the U.S., I'm not sure if this free download is available to you in your respective Amazon store. If the link does not take you to your country's Amazon bookseller section, I suggest putting the book's title, that being Frozen Shoulder Healing: Diagnostic Methods and Treatment Options by Dr. Larry Burke. I suggest putting that in the search field and see if it is available in your respective Amazon store. Larry Burke is a medical doctor, which speaks volumes about how EFT is being recognized more and more by psychologists, therapists, and medical doctors. Speaking of psychologists, I also would like to share an article that appeared in Psychology Today, authored by Michele DeMarco, Ph.D. Dr. Marco is an award-winning writer and published author in the fields of psychology, trauma, health, and spirituality. She's also a trained therapist, clinical ethicist, and researcher specializing in moral injury and resilience. She is one of Medium's top writers for mental health and health, respectively. The key points covered in this Psychology Today article: number 1, EFT or tapping is a brief intervention that combines somatic stimulation, exposure, and cognitive therapy. Point 2, more than 100 clinical trials have shown EFT efficacy, even the VA, and that is short for Veterans Administration in the U.S., even the VA supports this technique. And number 3, tapping is a gentle and safe technique that's easy to do anytime, anywhere you feel stressed or depressed. Psychology Today is a mainstream publication that has a wide audience in the general population as well as in the psychological and therapist community. Dr. DeMarco highlights some significant research findings about the effectiveness of emotional freedom techniques. She opines, quote, "The findings for studies on EFT are rather astonishing." The article identifies how to tap, and she's broken that down into 5 steps in 5 minutes. The 5 steps she identifies are: 1, identify the issue; 2, rate the intensity; 3, tap in and repeat; 4, tap through the sequence points, and she lists those points. One little tip she shares about tapping: tap each point below on your body 8 times consecutively, like you're sending Morse code, repeating the comforting phrase 3 times as you do so. Continue tapping and reciting while you work your way down the body. She then adds, repeat the sequence. This time, notice how your anxiety is lessening and fading away. Notice feelings of safety and calm growing in your body after 3 times through. She adds, it's taken 2.5 decades for EFT tapping to become more widely accepted by researchers and practitioners. I can still remember when I first heard about it, there was a distinct eye roll, but in the years since I've been in practice, especially more recently, I've seen just how effective it can be in helping people to get real-time and, in many cases, sustained relief for anxiety, depression, PTSD, chronic pain, among other conditions. I will have the link to Dr. Larry Burke's brand new ebook and Dr. Michele DeMarco's article from Psychology Today, that article being Tap Your Way to Calm in 5 Minutes with 5 Steps. You'll find those links in the show notes. If you are not yet following EFT Tapping Junction, this is a perfect time to do so. You can follow where you get your podcasts. You can find previous episodes of this show on our website at stressreliefradio.com. To be in touch, email me at cartermethod@gmail.com. Until our next visit together, your host, Steve Carter, wishing for you and your loved ones blessings in abundance.